here's how the president's budget director, Mick Mulvaney, described this big Wednesday announcement on Fox News Sunday.
So what you're going to see on Wednesdays for the first time is, here's what our principles are. Here's some of the ideas that we like, some of the ideas we don't like. We can talk about that more if you want to. Here's some of the rates we're talking about.
So is he going to say whether or not it's going to be revenue neutral or whether it's going to add to the debt?
I don't think we've decided that part yet.
That is a big part, Stephen Moore, not to decide yet, especially when you have a president who promised during the campaign that he would wipe out the $19 trillion debt in 8 years. So do you think the president has a plan?
Well, he has a plan, certainly. I worked on it on the campaign. It's the centerpiece of that plan is to cut those business tax rates down to from the highest in the world to perhaps close to the lowest in the world, and then provide some middle-class relief for working families, and to try to simplify the system. The big question is the one that you just asked, Poppy, is will this be, quote, revenue neutral, which means that, if they raise if they cut Austin's taxes, they have to raise mine. And I never saw, look, as an economic recovery plan, I just don't see the logic of making it revenue neutral. If we grow the economy faster, and I love Austin's thoughts about this, if we get more people back to work, if we get businesses more profitable, more revenues are going to come in, and that's the philosophy that I think Donald Trump should employ, because if the economy grows faster, the debt is going to fall. It's not going to rise.
First of all, both of your taxes will likely be cut under any plan that comes from this administration. Let's establish that right now.
John, I want your taxes cut, too.
And I appreciate that. But, Austin, why don't you answer the question that Stephen posed here? Stephen basically suggesting you can grow your way out of debt, that tax cuts can spur growth, which in some ways cuts the deficit. Your reaction?
Look, we've been through this 50 times. This is the magic beanstalk beans argument. The tax cuts will pay for themselves, will lead the economy to grow. It's exactly what George W. Bush said when he cut taxes in 2001, and it wasn't true. I think the problem of the tax plan that Donald Trump is facing is that the correct time to have thought through the details of how you're going to pay for your plan and what you want to include in your plan was in the campaign, was thinking through in some detail before you got into office. Now we have the second problem, that Donald Trump seems not to be wanting to just do his job, sit down and work through the details. What he wants to do is make an announcement of vague generalities, which doesn't help Congress to draft legislation. Just go try to cut a deal. Here's what we'll pay for it, here's what we want, but he can't do that because they don't have those details.
So, Stephen, where you point to all the critics who say you can't see 4% annual growth, it can't happen, and you point them to points in history after, during Republican and Democratic administrations when it has happened. But let me ask you this. I mean, Keith Hall, the guy that the Republicans put in place to lead the Congressional Budget Office, the entity which scores this stuff and tells us if it's actually going to work out and if it could be revenue neutral, said, quote, in 2015, no, the evidence is that tax cuts do not pay for themselves. Is he wrong?
Well, look, the Congressional Budget Office just came out with a gigantic report about what's going to happen over the next 25 years or so with respect to the debt and the deficit. And it's a frightening picture that the debt goes to 150% of GDP if we do nothing. And then we look like Greece. Now, the reason I bring that up is the main reason that the debt explodes over the next 25 years is because they're predicting very low economic growth. They're predicting, Austin, 1.8%. And I believe that, if you look at the 1950 to 2000, the economy grew at about 3 to 3.5%, not 1.8%. Yes, I think we can grow faster. Yes, I think this tax cut will help bring about some of this growth that we're talking about. Now, John, I'm not saying that we can only, it's only going to be growth that's going to get us out of this debt problem. What I'm saying is if we don't grow faster, if we don't grow faster than 2%, we're never going to bring this debt down because you just don't get enough jobs, you don't get enough income and tax revenues to make that possible.
Well, entitlement reform would help also, which is something that the administration, or at least the president, seems loath to do. Austin, we got to go here, but corporate tax cuts is something that some Democrats have even supported. Would you support some corporate tax cuts, do you think? In the abstract, corporate tax cuts are a good idea.
Yeah, look, if they're paid for, it would be a good idea. But just comparing our growth rates now to a time like the 1950s when population growth in the United States was more than double what it is today is not realistic. Let's get real Let's cut a deal if you want on tax reform, but don't just keep announcing that we don't have to pay for it, because that doesn't make sense.
All right, Austin.